Hello and welcome to Property Investments UK, and today we're going to be looking at a couple of clients' questions, and this one is regarding how to best work out rental demand, so if a property is going to be popular when you come to rent it out. Okay, so the question is, hi Rob, hope you're well. Just a quick question, what is the best way to work out rental demand? So there's a couple of ways to do this, whether you're looking at maybe single lets or HMOs, which are classed as houses of multiple occupation. They're slightly different, you see, depending on kind of how you're looking to see what the level of demand is in a particular area for those types of listings. The first way is to simply check how many listings there are in an area and how long they've been on the market for. So if a property's been on the market for a long time, available to let, it might be something to do with that property, or it might be an indication that the area there might be too much supply and not enough demand. So it might not be the best of area to currently buy in, or you need to do something slightly different with your property strategy in terms of looking at providing a slightly different type of kind of property or a different standard of property to make sure yours is rented over and above anyone else's. But essentially you're looking to see how much properties there are in an area and how long they've been on the market. Now that's key for not only properties that are currently showing as live, so properties that are available to let, but it's also good to have a look at properties that have currently let. So when you're looking at Rightmove and Zoopla, so they're the two main property portals you'll probably be using on a day-to-day basis, you can check on there or tick a filter that gives you access to properties that have let agreed on it. So if you do a property search in your chosen area, so whether that's Manchester or Liverpool or London, whatever the location might be, and tick property or let agreed, it'll give you an indication of how many or how active that property market is and how many of those properties, if you're showing 50 property listings and only 2 of those are let agreed, then maybe there's a bit too much supply. If you're showing 50 listings and 20, 30, 40 of those are let agreed, then you're a bit more confident it's a more active demand or buoyant area. One thing Rightmove and Zoopla will also show you is how long the listing has been live, so you can see when that listing first came on the market. So for example, if you're checking listings in March and the listing showing was 1st of January or 2nd of January, you know it's been on the market for a couple of months, that's probably an indication that the market isn't that buoyant. As we said earlier, it might be a problem with that particular property, either the description, photos, or the type of listing. But I'd also look at not just one property, but a couple of the different listings in that area to see if it maybe is actually the area, there's just not as much demand for rental properties. Obviously the key thing to look for is the lowest listing time possible. So if you're in a very buoyant area, those properties will be coming on the market and then getting rented very quick. So if they're only on the market for a couple of days, perfect. If it's a couple of weeks, that's generally okay. That's probably active for most locations around the UK. If it's been on for a couple of months, then that's probably an indication that it's not as quite an active area. When it comes to HMOs, we tend to use slightly different property portals. So Rightmove and Zoopla is fantastic for straightforward vanilla buy-to-lets to check that kind of rental demand. But majority of listings for HMOs or shared accommodation, individual rooms, is going to be using probably the main website at the moment is Spare Room. So you'd look for something similar. You'd look for the level of listings, the amount of kind of demand and supply within those particular areas, and how long listings have been live for. You just follow the same kind of process, just use probably a slightly different portal. So for straightforward vanilla buy-to-lets, Rightmove and Zoopla are great. If you're looking at HMOs, then Spare Room is great. So hopefully that helps. That helps give you a bit of an indication of how to check the rental demand in any particular area. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this content and you'd like to join our free online property training course, we've got a link for it on this page. And in there we cover a range of different property strategies to help you get started, either building a long-term property portfolio or creating a cash-flowing property business. We also look at ways to increase your return on investment with any of the property moves you may be considering. And we also have a couple of cheat sheets and downloadable documents in there as well. Simply click on the link to join the free training course today.